Dun, 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 dun. Hello. In this video, I wanna show how to add Admob using the React Native on iOS and Android. So I will create the new project using the terminal. I'll create project here. It's React Native init Admob. And but also I will create the new Firebase project. Oh. Actually, I don't need Firebase. So I click it, and if I touch the Admob, click this or this, already integrated the SDK, link add. So if I touch it, move to Admob site. If you are using the adblock, you have to call. You should not call the adblock. So you have to parse adblock for Admob site. Otherwise, this web page show infinitely the loading animation. So I already created my Admob, and I already add two apps in here to test it correctly show banner or full screen, and I check it successfully. But if you already have Admob or create a new one, in any case, you have to add your payment method. So otherwise you will see this warning message, and then the banner or any Admob don't work. So you have to finish this payment setting. So click this one, and it depends on individual or business, and then add your address and submit. You have to add your bank account information and just follow the instruction. And then you can add your app. So I will show you after finish creating a new project. So now it's creating, and this is my idea, my tested mode. So I will delete all of my practice applications, and then I will show you everything from the first. Let's and there is emulator. So yeah, that's all. And this is my old code. So I moved the outside. Yeah, that's all. Okay, you successfully created a new project. Let me try build on iOS. So cd add and npx react native start. Oh, sometimes I can see this because to connect the project to iOS, the listen already used. In this case, I have to kill this. Oh, this solution right here. So do this one. I get it is PID, so I have to kill this PID. Then if I run again, I can do that. So I will build on iOS first. And this site is about React Native Admob public site. So I will get the following instruction in this site. So I click the information and move this page. Here is some instructions, so I will follow that. But before that, I will try to run it on the project. Okay, build on iOS is okay. So let me build on Android. Okay, on Android is also fine. So I will open this project using the Visual Studio Code. I will open this project, go to the Firebase Admob here. So finish Admob project. So I will upload the init project to my GitHub site. So init project commit, yes. And I will follow the instruction. So first of all, I have to install the React Native in the project. So go here and open the terminal and just paste the install command in here and enter. write the long way. So I have to delete the I have to move the Admob folder. Then I have to install the Admob package. Then the package is edit the Admob and package log also as well. And I have to move iOS and POD install. Complete. Back to the top directory and start npx react native start. If you see this, the warning message, copy last command and do that, and start again and build on iOS to check it's fine even I add the Admob package. If this app open and close, you miss some setting. So, because I didn't add the Admob specific ID, so click it. And you can see I have to add the GAG application identifier and add this kind of my Admob app ID. So back to the Google Admob site, and I will create a new app for iOS and no, and continue. App name is React Native Live iOS and add done. And you can see some dashboard in here, and click add unit and click the select in the banner. So I'll type iOS banner, create the add unit, and you can see this string and this string. This is app ID and this is add unit ID. So you have to copy this and paste in Xcode. Or click iOS and click the project name and click the info list. You can copy this key and paste it here. But you have to use your app ID. This. So add the unit ID starts exactly same CAFPUB, but it's using the slash. but app ID using like that. So I will copy that and paste here and save. And I think so far so good. So let me try build again. Hopefully there is no error and open app successfully. Whew. Yeah, I can open the app and there is no close, there is no force close. How about the Android? I will see the Android setup. So here's getting started. I think we don't need it because we're using the React Native package. So only one thing we have to install, add your Admob app ID to Android manifest.xml. So we have to this Admob app ID. So we have to add a meta tag in the application tag. So okay, let me try add for Android. And if you already have your application on the Google Play Store, you can find your application, but in my case it's just testing, so I click the no and continue. React Native Live Android and click add app, then okay, done, and add banner. So I will type the name is Android bar banner, create the Admob. And you can see also exactly same like iOS, see the app ID and then add unit ID. I will copy app ID and then add in the Android manifest. So you can also using that, like copy your app ID and click this and paste. And you can drag and then copy it and move to Android app src main Android manifest. Between an application tag, just add the metadata. And after adding it, save and back to the code, and I will try to build it. Okay, everything's good. So I will close. So I will try to add a code. Add code. So back to the instruction, the Admob site, and click example app. You can get the example code using this command, but I already did it. Let me try to creating Admob. So I have to import this package in the project. But I will show you the real time what I've changes, and you can see the screen is updating real time. So I will build it on iOS. Okay, I will delete all of code. So I don't need the header and all of view. And I will not use this section part. And this one, I don't need it. And then I didn't use the style as well. I just add one button show the full advertise on the app. So here's empty. Let me try to add the simple adjustive size banner in there. So to do that, I will use I have to import the banner aid and banner add size, ID, and intersection mean it's full screen the advertisement. Okay, and we add one adjective banner ID and size should be banner add size and adaptive banner size. And unit ID, first I'll use the test ID and banner and save it. Then you can see this the test adaptive banner. So what if I need the full screen the banner, and then if I touch the button, show the full screen banner. So I'll add one button. I have to import that. I need the title. So title is show full AD and compress. I will just console to check click the button correctly or not. Show full AD. So I added show full AD button. If I click it, log show full AD. But to get the full advertisement, I have to set once the app initial. So I will use this code. I used this to show so I use this code to here. Yeah, this code is this code. And I will do this full screen option. It's easy, you can get more information in this site. So I just need show full screen. I will copy the initial edits. I need import user state to React. After that, I will copy using effect code here. I also have to import the user effect. And actually, this is the old code, so I don't need that. It should be AD loaded. And if it's loaded successfully, the full screen, the advertise, I would like to show console. Intersection loaded. If it's loaded, once touch the button and load it, and enter and show, and then set interstitial AD again. If it's not loaded, print not add loading. That's all. I think it's really simple. So let me try click the button. So I will save it. You can see interstitial loaded. If I click it, you can see the full screen Admob. But this is just test. You have to use your real your real add unit ID. So I already make the code using that. Oh. 되는구나. So this is for test if test interstitial if you use your unit ID, you should write interstitial and create AD. And if the platform is iOS, type the interstitial AD, the unit ID. Yeah, so it should be iOS. Otherwise, it's your Android. You can see your add unit ID in your site. For example, it's iOS, so I will move to iOS, and you can click add unit. You can see iOS banner, or it's interstitial select that iOS full screen, something like that, and create add unit. And you already add this in the info list, but you also can see the add unit ID. You need this one, so click done, and you can see the banner, the unit ID, and full screen unit ID. You can click this one and back to the code. And on Android, you have to click that and move to Android and click the add unit and add Android unit and click the interstitial and select Android full screen. After that, this you already added in the manifest, so you don't care about that. Just you need this in ID. You can see also here and click it, copy and paste it here. Like that. And then so yeah. So this is also I wanna keep this code, but if you want, you can change it. You want to use your Admob ID. And this is the test banner. If you want to use your ID, it's also same. Like that. You can also write banner add and size. Banner add size and banner. The unit, not here. Unit ID. It should be platform OS iOS doing your banner ID or your Android banner ID. So I will copy here your iOS banner ID or your Android banner ID. For example, it should be like that or click the add unit and like that. If you want your item. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. This is test ID. I use the test banner ID, but to get your real money, you have to finish this payment setting and add your personal information. After Google Admob approve your bank information, this warning message will be disappear. And then if you use your real unit ID, you can see the correct the banner and full screen automatized. Otherwise, it never show up. So please think about that. Yeah, that's it. So click this one, show full screen. Let me test it on Android as well. So this is the test one. I will try to build on Android. Code then result. Yeah, on Android I can see the test ad and let me click the show for AD, but it's not loaded yet. I will refresh. Yeah, initial interstitial loaded. So if I click it, I can see full advantage. That's all. Sure. That's everything. If you have any question, just leave it. I will update it to. I think I don't need log file. I don't need to update this one. If you want more about Admob, you can go this site and read, and you can make your custom the banner in the app. So yeah, that's everything. You might need this Admob site. Yeah, that's all. If you have any question, leave the comment. And thank you for watching.